targeting and how grooming for targeting individuals is started and why. So in my case, my targeting started in kindergarten. I was targeted from birth, I believe, because my mother had sex out of wedlock and got pregnant with me back in the 60s. My family is Italian, and she told me things that happened that, her one uncle wanted to have her killed. Her mother wanted her to go into an unwed mother's home, and all these things happened. But the main thing that happened was my father married her, and he told her that she tried to frame him, basically, by getting pregnant, which was a complete and utter lie. Okay, so the fact of the matter remains that my mother was a target after that. Before that, prior to that, she had rumors spread about her, which is one of the tactics that these people use. These very jealous women and these very prejudiced men. They will slander you behind your back, and they will say things about you, and people will think things about you, and that will never leave you. So this happens, and then other people hear, and then other people hear, and all of a sudden they hate you, and they don't know why they hate you, because they're simply targeting you, and they're playing into this thing that happens. And then once you're told that you're this thing, when you're young, you don't understand why this is happening or what's going on. You don't know that people are really talking about you behind your back. But what you do know is that guys are coming to you all the time, and they're treating you like a sex object, and that's what you think you are. You become what you're told you become. So grooming started for me at a very young age, and it started in my family. Okay, and there's people in the military and the police and the school systems that have been very well aware of this particular form of harassment for many decades. And now it's become prevalent, so prevalent that it's happening everywhere in our society. But once you're a target, you're always a target. There's no getting away from it. You just have to navigate through it, and you have to learn to fight back, but fight back in the proper way so you don't look like an ass, which I did many times. But now I fight back with my mind for the most part, unless I have to use my brawn, which thank God I don't have to very often. Grooming starts with one of your family members or more than one of your family members talking down to you, making you feel like you're lesser than, insulting you, or somehow making you feel stupid. And these things get reinforced over and over and over and over again until you either succumb to them and you become what they tell you, or you learn that you're not these things, and that these people, there's something wrong with them for them to be harming you in this manner. So emotional abuse is real. And that's how this targeting program starts, with sheer emotional abuse. So my targeting began with an incident in kindergarten where I was tested by a teacher. Okay? And this teacher was extremely prejudiced. And that's another thing. They're very prejudiced people. They do not like the black race. They do not like anybody of color, really, although they pretend to. Okay? So they'll pretend to like you, but then on the one hand, they'll be nice to your face and they'll stab you in the back in a heartbeat. So this is part of the targeting program. Anyway, I was set up in kindergarten by a teacher, and the incident, and I guess I failed the incident. It was sexual, supposedly in nature, although I was 5, so it wasn't really sexual. But 2 little black boys in my library class exposed themselves to me, and I didn't know what to do as a 5-year-old, so I laughed. And the teacher corrected me, as opposed to correcting these children who did this thing. Okay, I got in trouble for looking. So there's the double negative that happens, and this prejudice thing that happens against women, first of all. And these are teachers that are socialist teachers. These are public school teachers that had no right to target me. I should have been protected in that situation, and I was not protected. I didn't know how to act. I was 5-year-old and innocent, and I was looked at like I did something wrong, and I didn't do anything. I was just there. And I got in trouble for that incident. So that's when, and soon after that, my bullying in the neighborhood that I lived in started, and in my school. So that's how my grooming and my targeting started. I'll have more on this later. But you guys, there's other things to look for. There's plenty of patterns to look for. And these people are doing this to us on purpose. And that's what I want you to know. But part of this is conversion with me too. So we'll talk more about that later. I just want to talk about grooming today. And this video is getting kind of long. So bye.